Hello GGTers, Adesina here, and happy Women's History Month! And since there's been so much buzz around the subject of women in technology, from that controversial 60 Minutes piece on the tech gender gap to this week's congressional hearing on the lack of diversity in the industry, I figured why not celebrate the women who are making a difference on this front, who also happen to be some of our personal faves. So, here are some of GGT's Women in Tech to watch. First up, Chloe Taylor, a STEM curriculum developer and educator, the founder of Tech Fort Greene right here in New York City, and one of our first guests on the talk. Chloe knows her stuff, and she gave us some valuable tips for parents who are looking to get their kids into tech and programming.
Really hands-on things like using Little Bits or Bebots or Legos, Lego Mindstorm, things that kids can be really hands-on with are a really great way for them to get introduced to technology. A less expensive option is to have a take apart time where your kids can take apart remotes and cameras and all kinds of things and see what's inside. It gets them really, really excited about technology in a different way.
And since our interview, Chloe has been super busy, from filming 3D printing tutorials for teens to collaborating with brands like Bustle and BrainPop. She's committed to STEM education. Keep up with her online at Chloe Taylor Tech on Twitter and Instagram. Next up is one of our favorite guests on Geeks Tech TV, Andrea Mozo, a product developer and the founder of Sheros Game Club. Andrea had the excellent insight to realize that video games are a great way to get girls into coding.
With game design and creating game, there are a lot of different skills that girls would need to know to create a game. Sheros Game Club is partnered with Globalia. Girls use a gaming engine called MakeQuest, and they're able to remix and create their own game using an IDE, integrated development environment.
And since our interview, she's continued pursuing her passion with her research on STEAM education and games, and she's currently the Director of Educational Technology at the Council for Economic Education. See everything she's up to by following her on Twitter at Andrea C. Mozo. And finally for today, I want to highlight Lenora Porter, a gifted tech blogger and senior product designer at Salesforce who I had the privilege of interviewing just a few months ago. She's passionate about the intersection of UX and UI, and she's the founder of Facebook group Black Women in Product Design.
We talk about diversity in design. We talk about different design tools that we can use. I do a lot of different little webinars. I'm always on there trying to give back to my community through technology.
Her full interview is still on the way, but she's been doing so much since then, you've got to check her out on social to see the latest. She's lenora.porter on Instagram and LenoraPorter_ on Twitter. And for more on all three of these Wonder Women, head on over to goggt.com/talk for links to all their interviews, social